The 4th annual Cringey Awards will continue as soon as I fix the camera for the 4th time. Every time I change scenes, I'm going to have to fix the camera. You just zip it. You just zip it. Zip it. I told you to play I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something.
Oh, you want the music?
Bacon is good for me.
I'll put on a station. Plujo, thank you for the bacon bits, buddy. We'll put on some chill music in the background here. Let me do instrumental on YouTube. Safe, chill. That is super chill. There we go. Yeah, I didn't have any planned music for this just because that's a pain, and I'm not doing that. But we'll put on Pretzel Rocks station with a little bit of music in the back. Is that a good level? All right. So now we get to the meat of everything. We get the categories. We're getting into the awards. That was the state of the stream. The state of the stream is now over. Now we go to the 4th annual Cringey Awards show. Too loud still? Is it really? Holy crap, I can't turn this down that much more. I mean, this thing's at 8%, man. Why is it so loud? I'm on 60% volume. Yeah, no, I have Pretzel Rocks. I have that thing all the way down to 8%. I can't get much lower on that. All right, hang on. All right, how can we go lower than 8? No, I guess I can't. I can get the, 6% maybe? 6%? All right, chat, you ready for this? Here we go. This will be relatively straightforward, actually. I don't know. There'll be a lot of me blabbing and talking about things, but other than that, yeah, I had multiple things planned. Some of it didn't work out. Some of it was garbage and I threw it away. And some of it I just didn't get time for. Unfortunately. And some of this stuff took way too longer than I expected. The basics, I'll say that flat out. The basics took way much more time than I expected. The basics took, I'm like, no, I've done this before. This is the 4th one. I'll hammer that stuff out and we'll be good. No, it didn't work out that way. Let's start with category 17. Where is this? Right here. All right, so first category of the 4th annual Cringey Awards is going to be the most charming game of the year. Yes. Now, I will do some reminders as we go. Last year's most charming game of the year was Yes, Your Majesty. Runner-up Cosmic Crash. So these are maybe a little more cutesy games in certain area, and I enjoyed it. All right. Was it now playing Warmer Days? Oh, Pretzel Rock's gonna update the song every time. The one with the rad sponsorship. I don't remember. No, okay. The runner-up, I will say the runner-up first. Most of these have a runner-up. Some of them don't. Part of that goes back to being how difficult some of these were to do. This one wasn't that hard for me to do. The most charming game of the year? No, runner-up is... The runner-up is Cyanide and Happiness Freakpocalypse Episode 1. Which means the winner can only be none other than Epic Chef. Yes, Epic Chef. This actually was a sponsored game. And it was freaking awesome. And this is not the last time you'll hear of this game, this award show. There was one or two other games in contention, but Epic Chef is indeed our winner for most charming game of the year. I just overall it was it had a weird sense of humor. So did Cyanide and Happiness, but yeah. Watch the VOD. Yeah, it was funny. One of the best stories. Yeah. I mean, it was good all around. There was nothing really I could find that was bad about it. Beaver, yeah. I mean, the beavers are charming in a way, but that was our own thing. All right, let's go. Some of these are gonna take more talk than other. Most pleasant surprise. So this is basically a game I didn't expect to, fall in love with, right? Yeah. This is one that I broke a rule on for the winner, but I'll start with the runner-up. The runner-up for this one was High Fleet. All right. The runner-up for this one is High Fleet. Most pleasant surprise. I broke a rule. Because it was definitely so highly unexpected. Yes, it was. And that is, we went with an older game. I had to do it. I went with an old game. I didn't expect to get sucked into that game. So, we did. It happened. And it keeps getting asked about on this channel when we're going to do it again. So I wasn't the only one. Brilliant fun. Yeah. Next up, best free update for a game. This was a difficult category to pick. This was a very different category to pick this year. One, it was just the free updates were a little harder to track. There was the normal stuff. When's the sponsored dance section of the awards? No. There was the normal stuff as far as, well, I could look at free updates when people put out DLCs, but I try to avoid that for this stuff. The runner-up for this is No Man's Sky, all of them. Which I think won last year too, didn't it? Did it win last year? No, last year was actually the CK3 Dynasty creator. That's right. The runner-up was all of the No Man's Sky updates, because you just can't. Yeah. And then this is one where I broke my rule. And I actually, you could say I almost broke two rules. I had to go with an early access game on this one. All right. And the reason I had to go with an early access game on this one is because, honestly, this game is never coming out of early access, so it'll never get an award otherwise. Project Zomboid, Build 41, that was the best free update. I had to break that rule. That's just the best free update. By the way, chat, Project Zomboid was, what was it? Let me look. Stream time. Project Zomboid ended up as my 7th most streamed game of the year. Just beating out Motorsport Manager ended up as my 8th most streamed game of the year. So that's why those two are award winners. Yeah. That's part of the reason why. Let's see, what am I on? 20? All right, 20. Next category. Most disappointing paid for DLC. Well, chat, this was possibly the easiest category of the year. Hands down, without a doubt. If every other category was hard, this was the one that was super easy. The winner is Surviving Mars. Below and beyond playable. Below and beyond playable. Yeah. What did they do? It was just a horrible DLC. It was just awful. It was awful. I mean, I couldn't, honestly, I went through my, going through things. I'm like, I don't even, there wasn't anybody even close to how bad this DLC was. It just was a horrible DLC. I tried to find something as a runner-up, and I'm like, no. Well, we'll just go with Surviving Mars Below and Beyond. It's just, that's it. It was such a bad DLC. It was busted. It didn't make sense. It was weird. Yeah. Now, see, I know the EU4 one was bad, but again, keep in mind, these are all based off of stuff that I played. Those 133 games that we streamed this year, except for one category, which is for games that I didn't stream. It's based off of stuff that I played. On or off stream, technically, but you know, most of the stuff is on stream. And so I don't play EU4, so EU4 didn't get in there. Hearts of Iron 4, I don't know what they are smoking half the time. Let's see, we're going to category 21. Boom. Most improved game of the year. This was difficult. Because there wasn't a lot of improvement. The winner last year was Civilization 6. I think the year before that it was No Man's Sky. I could have gone with things that were based off of, I try. If you factor in DLCs, that really skews it, and I try not to DLCs are a factor, but I don't want them to be the whole factor. Like Civilization 6 last year won, and that was in part because of their DLC thing. SnowRunner, obviously, did SnowRunner improve because of the DLCs? I mean, I guess because it got more content. That's all it really was. Did it really improve the game? Anno, did it improve the game? It just added more content, which I love. Like Civ 6 won last year based off of DLC because it legit improved the game. They added new mechanics, they added new map types, they added new, they just, the amount of stuff they added was ridiculous. There wasn't a game like that I could really lean on this year. So that means I broke a rule again. That's what it means. I broke a rule again. Project Zomboid. I had to. Come on, multiplayer on Build 41 was a huge improvement. That was huge, especially because earlier in the year we're playing Build 40 multiplayer because that was the only way you could do multiplayer. Build 41, oh, it's glorious. It's glorious. Going to Build 41. This show is totally off the rails, rebelling now. No, I'm really down. Look, when it came to looking over games that I played this year, I'm really down on a lot of things. I'm not happy with how I handled certain things and how I treated certain games with a limited stream time. I'm not happy with the games that came out this year. Here's one of the things that I noticed going through games that I played, especially new games this year. And that was, there was not a whole lot that I was super mega excited to play. A lot of the stuff was, well, this is new. I'm interested in it. I'll give it a shot. That was a lot of the games this year. This is interesting. I'll give it a shot. It's okay. It's good. okay, I like this. There's definitely games I liked. Was there stuff that I loved? Yeah, it was a tough year for games. It was a tough year, and that impacted a lot of this stuff. It really did. Category 22, most underplayed game, and this is where I kick myself on some of this stuff. I was really looking back at some of the stuff. I was disappointed on all three of these. I should have played all three of them more. I should have played all three of them more on stream. I played a couple of them a little bit off stream, but I didn't even get to them off stream. Gaming is hit or miss for me. Sometimes I have a bunch of time to grind a game off stream, and then most of the time I have, maybe I can get an hour or two in, or maybe I can dink around. So, yeah, most underplayed game on the stream. Game I should have played more of and I didn't play much of. The second runner-up, so third place on this, I put Guardians of the Galaxy. I had a sponsored stream for that. I went long on the sponsored segment. I didn't get back to it. I did play some of it off stream, and I still want to get to it and get more off stream. The game is amazing. Guardians of the Galaxy is, they hit a home run on that game. I should have played more. Number 2, when I saw the number for this one, this was the big surprise. This one was the big surprise. I saw the number of hours streamed for the whole year for this game, and I almost crapped my pants. This is one of the games I actually feel bad about. I feel like I should have streamed it more for myself. I should have streamed it more for you all, and in a weird way, even though I don't owe a developer anything, I feel like I should have streamed it more for them. And so the first runner-up is Old World. Yes, Old World. Definitely could have been number 1. It was close. It was almost number 1. Old World, I had a whopping... Where is it? But see, this also kind of falls in with my year as a whole. There's a lot of games I look through and I'm like, why didn't I play that more? Why didn't I play that more? Why didn't I play that more? I have some games that I hold fairly high for the year that I'm like, why didn't I play that more? Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, there we go. For Old World, chat, I played a total of 5 hours on stream. That's it. I only played 5 hours of it. So I feel like that was for what this channel is and what I am and what I'm interested in. I feel like that was I didn't even realize that I played it that little. I thought I played it more. I did. Yeah, this is a mess. This is a big giant mess. So number one is Epic Chef. I mean, just my views of that game based on the little bit that I played on and off. I probably should have played more of it. Yeah. I mean, the whole Jesus part was glorious. That whole Jesus part just sold me on that game. See, I did. I watched Bell play some of it too. Yeah. I saw a little bit of Bell playing it. I got a little bit in off stream, not much. Yeah. So I feel like Epic Chef probably should have come back to that and gotten some more time. Wimpy Warrior, twin Cringer babies. Thank you for the resub. Welcome back. 18 months is awesome. Very much appreciated. I'm not gonna answer any questions about what I will or won't go back to. No, not right now. You can ask me another time. Yeah, so that's my most underplayed game of the year right there. Epic Chef. Next category. Most buggy game, as in most buggy new release game of the year. Yeah, this was an interesting one. So not including DLC, by my previous rules, not including DLC. I broke it. I broke that rule. But let me start with my runner-ups first. Second runner-up. Cyberpunk didn't come out this year. Cyberpunk did not come out this year. This game did come out this year. And we played it a couple times. And I really, now here's the thing. I really liked this game. I enjoyed playing this game. It was fun. And that is, but there was quite a few bugs, and that was Outriders. Outriders was a brand new release game. It did have quite a few bugs, but it was also a good time. I enjoyed it. I liked the game. If you don't remember that game, that's because you may not have watched, because it was a shooty game that I co-opted with our card. The first runner-up. So this one is, the first runner-up is technically a DLC. Technically, although they sell they sell this game in a weird way too. So the first runner-up for this was again, I highly enjoyed it, Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Yeah. So there was a bunch of bugs for that. There was giant bugs for some people, not for me. Yeah. But so I broke my rule for that. When it came to full game releases, I don't think there was much that could beat Elite Dangerous Odyssey or the next one. And so let's just skip to the winner right now, since it's all going to go into one conversation. The winner is, again, Surviving Mars. Below and Beyond. I had to do it. I mean, this was... I hate to... Okay. For those who have been around the channel, I love this game. Surviving Mars. I love this game. It's maybe not the most challenging thing in the world once you get the hang of it, but I love the game. Especially with the Green Planet DLC. This DLC, not only was the DLC not good, not that good, but it broke the game that was already there. Now, I know they've been working on it and fixing things, and that's fine and dandy, but they kind of killed the game for me a little bit. I don't know when I'll be willing to go back to Surviving Mars. Starmancer was an early access game, though. So this was a new release still, even though it's a DLC and not a full game. The DLC gets this award. It just does. It was that bad for me. Yeah. No, early access games don't count, especially because they're early access game. Expect bugs. I'm not gonna throw early access games into this category. No, not at all. Not at all. Next category. Boom. Next up, we have the award for best game for throwing bodies in the river. Best game for throwing the bodies into the river. Last year's winner was a game that we've already mentioned once earlier. Not in the game category, but in the stats category. Last year's winner was AC Valhalla, yeah. I did not play the Graveyard Keeper DLC this year. I didn't play the new DLC for Graveyard Keeper. It was a perfect chance to have that win this award this year, but I didn't play it. We didn't stream it. Again, one of those things where I kind of look back on and I'm like, I don't know why I didn't do it. I don't know why, but I didn't. So the winner for this. Wait, where are we at? Okay. Far Cry 6. I mean, there's not that many games where you can legit throw a body in a river. I played AC Valhalla again. You know, we played it this year. But you know, here's a new game. We'll give that though. Yeah, this is a brand new game. We played AC Valhalla mainly because of the DLCs. So you know, yeah. We could throw bodies. We did throw bodies in the river in this game. So yeah. No, Desperados 3 is much older than that. I'm downloading FC6 now. I got on sale. It's a good. I mean, it's enjoyable. It's a good, you know, shooting up time. Yeah, it's just fun to mess around with. I enjoyed the game. I need to finish it still. I'm close, but we're not there yet. Next category in the 4th annual Cringey Awards is the best new early access game. Early access, it's your time to shine. It is your time to shine. The winner last year was Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Yes, it was. It's not this year because it's not new this year. Where are we? Best new early access game. Oh, no, Project Zomboid's not a new early access game. That's a Valheim? Did not play. Did not play. You think I played it because so many other people played it, but I didn't play it. I played it because I didn't play it because I watched other people play it. That's on you? Not really. I don't have any regrets about not playing Valheim. In fact, that kind of goes back to comments I made the last few weeks in regards to that kind of goes back to comments I made the last few weeks as far as what's that game? What's the game? The bow and arrow, the bears killed me. Icarus. Yeah, so when we played Icarus the last few weeks, a little bit here and there, I said I have not had any interest in survival games for quite a while. That's one of the reasons. I looked at Valheim and I'm like, it looks like the same old stuff. It kind of looks like the same old stuff. So, I mean, I know there was a couple things in there and people enjoyed the living crap out of it, and I considered playing it, but I just never did. Yeah. Oh, crap. Screen. No, I don't know what any awards are because my screen just turned off. Okay, so runner-up for best new early access game. Runner-up goes to Timberborn. Timberborn is the runner-up. Timberborn is the runner-up. All right, there. You put that in your pipe and smoke it, Timberborn callers. It's the runner-up. The winner for best new early access game of the year. Dyson Sphere Program. Yep. Yeah. Yep. It's real close between those two. But I think out of the gate, Dyson Sphere Program just hit me harder. And the further I got into it, the more I kind of got blown away by it. Yeah. And I think out of the gate, there was more playtime there too. But I don't know. There was a crap ton of playtime for Timberborn, so that's probably not a good one.
What? Whoa!
Forgot I bought that game.
Fiercent gifted a tier 1 sub to Will Tellu. They have given 11 gift subs in the channel.
Fiercent, thank you for the gift sub to Will. Much appreciated. For some reason you thought it came out last. Nope, came out this year. That's honestly, that's one of my favorite reasons for doing these awards is because I get to go back. I'm like, holy crap, that game came out in March. I forgot about that game. Going through all the games I played for the year, there's always that, wow, that game came out in March. Well, I guess that's getting on the list somewhere. You watched a lot, never played it. It's a great game. It's great. Yeah, no, I enjoy it. I look forward to more of it. I do. Boom. The next award goes to the game that is the most disappointing of the early access games. The most of a letdown. The one I hoped for more from, and we got not very much from. Project Zomboid. No project. There is no more Project Zomboid for the rest of the stream, I promise. I think. Let me double check. Hang on, let me double check. No, there's no more Project Zomboid the rest of the stream. The most disappointing. Was there a runner-up for this? There was no runner-up for this because it wasn't even close. Wasn't even Going Medieval wasn't bad. Oh no, but Going Medieval is not even close to this. But it has been called out in chat. It has indeed been called out in chat. Boom. Honey, I joined a cult. Such a letdown.
Wait a minute, what? What?
Such a letdown of a game. MJ84, 13 months. Welcome back for Baker's Dozen. Thank you. Thank you. Didn't drink the Kool-Aid? No, I didn't. I did not drink the Kool-Aid.
What?
Happy, almost, New Year Cringer and chat.
Cribson.
Party safe and be hard. Maybe I got that backwards, but I think it still fits.
Cribson, 24 months. That's 2 years. Gracias, muchacho robato. Thank you. Welcome back. Happy New Year to you too. Honey, I joined the cult. I mean, it was flat. There wasn't much to do in it. They spent so much time hyping up that game on Twitter and elsewhere. It was a flop, man. It was boring and it got better after a couple updates. Did it? No, I don't know. It killed me. It killed me with how it was at release. I didn't. Grounded? I don't even remember what Grounded is. But Honey, I Joined a Cult. It is the most disappointing early access game release for me. If it got better, then cool. Might be something we check out again. Played it a couple months after release. I had a lot of fun. I mean, even though it's right here as disappointing, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna check it out in the future. That's for sure. What was last year's winner? See, again, last year's winner, same thing. I'll check. Oh, that was funny enough that this game was asked about yesterday. You know, and I still hold the same opinion. When the game is done with early access, I'll probably check it out. I just don't know if I have much interest waiting until then. Last year's winner was Industries of Titan. This kind of falls in the same category. I had a lot of hope for it. That's part of the reason it. I went ahead and probably fell into their hype of the game a little too much, and was severely disappointed with what was there when it was released. When early access is done, I'll probably check it out. Probably. Most likely. Moving on. Most anticipated continued early access development. This category wins the award for most convoluted award category. But this was something that was asked for a couple years ago, so we threw it in and we continue to do it. Most anticipated. No. What do you seriously think I'd throw Zomboid in here? We all know Zomboid doesn't get another update for like another 2 or 3 years. You should just zip it with the Zomboid updates. Zomboid ain't updating in 2022. Ragnorium actually won last year. Yeah. Ragnorium development is slowed down in many ways. I gotta say, I gotta think that thing's close to releasing, just from what I've watched. Yeah. But the winner this year is, let's see, most intended. Okay, there's actually two. I have a runner-up. I had a hard time deciding between these two. Honestly, there's three. You could throw Dyson Sphere in here, but I don't know how much more is going into that game. So, as much as I like that game and I look forward to it finishing, I don't know if I'm like I don't know if how much more they could throw in that would excite me. I don't know. So I didn't even put that on the list. My runner-up for this one is actually Darkest Dungeon 2, which is technically early access on Epic, right? Yeah. So Darkest Dungeon 2, I enjoyed it. There just wasn't much to it. I look forward to more of it. Ooh, you with your oohs. The Darkest Dungeon 2, I like it better than 1, I think. I do believe I like it better than 1. And there's not even much there. I was having fun with that game. I like the whole going along on the stagecoach thing. That just, I think that brought me into the game a little more than the first one did. But the winner chicken dinner, I think, I don't know, not the most exciting winner we have, but I think I look forward to seeing what they add, especially since they just added stuff to it. And that is Timberborn. Yeah, Timberborn gets the win. Again, not an exciting choice, I don't think, but I think it's a steady choice. I think there's a lot they can add to that game, and I want to see where it goes. I do, especially in this time of severe quality city building droughtness. Yeah. So I think that was, I kind of fell back into that as my choice. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games that are in early access right now, and it's trying to dig through and see where they all were in their development phase and trying to figure out, are they even going to add much this year, or are they trying to push out this year? It was, I don't know. It was a kind of a pain in the butt category this year. Next category. The game I wanted more of. I'll tell you what, this was actually hands down kind of easy to pick for me. This one wasn't. There's no runner-up. There's just the winner. Why would I want more of Zomboid? Why would it? No. See, here's the thing, you guys. Okay, let me explain this category a little bit. If there was more game to be, not what game should I have streamed more of because there was more game to stream. What game was, there was nothing more to stream. I played this game. We did what we could. I wanted more of it. There was a lot more Epic Chef to be played. I have more if I want to go to it. Zomboid, there's more, there's always more. The honey, I joined a cult? No, it definitely wasn't honey, I joined a cult. No, it definitely wasn't. Did you guys miss the part where I just gave it the worst new early access game of the year? Did you miss that part? Chat, some in chat have wait, we're on category 28. Okay, I gotta go to the next page. All right, some in chat have already got this. It is this. I loved this game, but it was short because it was only part 1. I want to know when part 2 comes out. This game was fantastic to play. Definitely not a strategy game. Falls out of the norm a little bit on the channel, but it was one hell of a fun game to play, man. It was a fun game. And I can't wait for part 2 to come out. I need part 2. Which means they have a lot done. What? Or so, episode 2, not part 2. Don't recall, play it again. It's just a crazy little game. You're running around doing some crazy little stuff. There's funny. It's hard to even explain that game. It's just a weird little like point and click adventure game that's wacky and insane. Must have missed it. Repeat. It was earlier in the year. It definitely was earlier in the year. I don't remember. It's springtime-ish, somewhere around there. Next category, best lived up to the hype. The game that had, now, there is a big if on this, all right? Hang on. Okay, Anno didn't come out this year, so no, Anno didn't live up to hype that it had this year, because I don't remember Anno having hype this year because it didn't come out this year. Again, keep in mind, stop it. Keep in mind, in most of these cases, early access games are not included. All right, that's part 1. Part 2, this also means my hype. For the most part, this is not the world's hype. This game was hyped up a bunch. I think the game lived up to. No, because those games that get the greatest hype, I'm not necessarily playing or streaming. This is a game that I was hyped up about. I was super excited to play, and that's why you don't even see the winner coming. No, Guardian of the Galaxy, I didn't have much expectations for Incognito. I had very low expectations for Guardians of the Galaxy. That game, that's why that was, that game surprised me. That game could have been a contender for most pleasant surprise, really. The runner-up for this category, the game best lived up to its hype, or / my hype, would be Humankind. That is the runner-up. I was excited for that game. And for the most part, it lived up to it. I had a blast with that game. But the winner chicken dinner. Oh no, none of you see this coming. I'll have to explain it. This is that WTF category for just about every one of you. I'm pretty sure. All right. Although one or two of you may be like, oh, I get it. That's why I make sure to explain the context that it's my hype. You ready?
Wait a minute, what?
Winner! Winner, Red Moon. Thank you for the 4-month resub. Welcome back. I don't get it? You don't get it. I was super hyped up for this game. For me to stream a game like this multiple times, I streamed it twice, I believe. For me to stream a game like this on this channel, where we primarily focus on strategy, RPG, stuff like that. This game, I was hyped up for this game, which is what got me to stream it. Combined with this game fulfilled every expectation and then some of what I wanted from this game. This game gave me everything I wanted out of it. It was glorious. It was so freaking fun. It was so fun. And I still turn it on every once in a while. The races, the multiplayer races, the AI races, just all that, the bikes and the skiing. Oh, it was just freaking, it was a good time, man. Jet wings, the jet wings, the flying stuff was not the best. But what I wanted out of it was what I got out of it. And that was the bikes and the skiing and snowboarding, and that stuff was a blast. Oh, it was so good. So I just had insane freaking fun with that. Yeah, so that by far, I hyped myself up for that game. That game, yeah, it met every expectation without a doubt. So yeah, I knew nobody'd guessed that one. Nobody saw that one coming, but it was a hands down for me, I think. All right, next category. Bye-bye, Riders Republic. The best stream killer. Best stream killer of the year 2021. For those who don't know what a stream killer is, a stream killer is a game in which it kills the stream numbers. All right. So viewership tanks in one way or another when we stream it. Yeah. That's about it. That's a stream killer. Now, this is a category where there is an hour requirement. I think I wanted it in double digit hours, 10 hours or more, because it doesn't count if like it was a 2-hour stream or something like that. No, not Rimworld. Whole of 2021. Well, kind of. Here, I'll start with, we have 2 runner-ups for this, and then there's the winner. This isn't based strictly on viewership number necessarily this year. Number 2 is a little bit of an outlier, but I'll explain it. So second runner-up is at 13 hours played, and I really feel if I had played this game early in the year, it would have done better. I want to say this was an October game, and I just finished telling you how October my numbers were just bad. Although maybe this game was one of the reasons. I don't know. But I feel like if I'd played this game like in March, April, May, that people would have been into it more, or we would have had higher viewers. But with 13 hours played, 336 average viewers. And by the way, I will say this, by the way, before I get into it too much, Stream Killers was harder this year because the Stream Killers were not as severe. I looked up last year, the Stream Killers were not as severe. So thank you for that. I do appreciate that. I believe the Stream Killers last year were in the 200s for average CCV. You know, they were legit like half my normal viewership last year. This year, not quite as drastic, but yeah. So 13 hours, 336 CCV. Let's build a zoo. Let's build a zoo. I love that. I think Let's Build a Zoo, it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I played it multiple times. I was surprised people weren't really into it, but yeah. Guess we aren't building a zoo then. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. The first runner-up, aka second place, this one, the number actually goes up. But I played this one for more. This was over 29 hours. And it had an average of 369 viewers. The 69 part totally didn't get it on the list. This one definitely earned its way onto the list, though. It did. Because it's one of those games. It's kind of fallen into a Total War category for me, where it's just like, I love this game. Other people love this game, but people don't dig watching me play it for some reason. So number 2 at 369 average viewers over 29 hours of stream time, Hearts of Iron 4. Yuppers. Again, I think another October game, right? Yeah, Hearts of Iron 4 tanked for me. People didn't want to watch me play Hearts of Iron 4. I mean, not as much as they normally do. I'll put it that way. As much as you know, other games, and yeah. Okay, but incognito. So I take this in context of the situation. It was a brand new DLC, highly anticipated DLC. So it was yeah. The game tanked. Number 1 is not much of a surprise to me. The winner for best stream killer of the year is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That one didn't surprise me too much. You know, it's a year-old game. We were playing it because of DLCs. So that didn't really surprise me. The average for that 20 hours streamed, we averaged 335 viewers for 20 hours. Not much of a surprise. It's a year-old game now, but you know, we were checking out DLCs when we played it, but you know, even the DLCs for that game don't get much hype. Yeah, but you know, enjoyable. I don't regret playing it. I never regret playing any of the stream killers. Last year's stream killer. Oh no, there's Final Fantasy VII Remake. That was the winner last year, and you know, no regrets on streaming that. Freaking played that whole thing through, man. We had a crap ton of playtime on that. That thing was glorious. And then number 2 last year was Wolcen. For like the second year in a row, it made the list. Yeah, people don't dig me playing Wolcen, but yeah, I like it. Yeah, Wolcen, by the way, yeah, Wolcen didn't do bad this year. You want to know where Wolcen was? Because we streamed Wolcen. We did stream it several times. We had some sponsored stuff and then some. Where's Wolcen? Where are you at, little buddy? I think it's on the next page. Yeah, Wolcen was at... So this is why Wolcen didn't make it. 11 hours streamed. Wolcen was at 383 this year. Just not good enough, Wolcen. You were too high. We'll try again next year, Wolcen. Maybe you can get back into one of the top spots next year. Who's letting Wolcen gain? All right, stand up. Which one of you bastards was watching Wolcen? How dare you let it slip or gain? Yeah, best stream killer. Boom, done. Next category 31. Boom. Oh, wait, what? Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, most of the day. Well, I hope the next button works. I was waiting for button problems. Most addicting game of the year. Most addicting game of the year. What are we looking at? Oh, yeah. This was an interesting one. No, Rimworld's not a new game. So Rimworld didn't make it. No, Rimworld's not new in any way. It's got to be a new game. I do allow early access for this though. Yeah. Last year's winner was Monster Train and CK3. CK3 was the runner-up. Monster Train won. The runner-up for most addicting game of the year goes to Riftbreaker. The Riftbreaker. I surprisingly got addicted to that game. I did. I was just having fun. We just kept on streaming it. Little bit. But the winner for this was pretty kind of sort of hands down, I think. I don't know. I had this was one that was kind of I had a bit of a hard time at first trying to figure out what I wanted or what it would be, but once I decided that was it and I kind of examined why I picked that, then I was like, yeah, no, that's hands down the winner. No, it's definitely hands down the winner. Let me see if this button's gonna work. There we go. That button worked. That game was like crack when it dropped. And yeah, that's an early access game, but it makes it because that game was crack. When we started playing that, holy freaking crap. I didn't want to stop. I think we were doing long streams for that game, and it was, yeah, just couldn't. I just couldn't stop. It just, yeah, that's it. That's all there is. There's nothing more to say. Nothing more to say. Category 32, please. Next category is, oh, it worked. Biggest disappointment of the year. Brand new releases only, not early access, not DLCs. Biggest disappointing game of the year, because we don't just give out awards to companies that sponsor our show like the Game Awards. We pick on games that we don't like too. No, I like Battlefield. You sib it. I don't. I like Battlefield. Leave me alone. No DLCs. No. We already had biggest disappointing DLC of the year. This is full games. The runner-up for this game, or the runner-up for this category, was Stronghold Warlords. Now, I didn't expect a ton from that game, but it kind of fell pretty flat for me. I was hoping to have a little bit more enjoyment out of that game than I did. Yeah. Who had expectations for that? No, I didn't have a ton, but I didn't have zero either. You know, I was hoping to enjoy it, and yeah, it just wasn't all that hot. But the winner for this one, yeah, it was definitely easy picking on games. I was severely disappointed in this game, more than others. How much time did we put in on this thing? Not a ton. In the end, I ended up doing 2 or 3 streams, 16 hours played. We had good viewership. I mean, we averaged 564 for it. It was early in the year. That was a consideration demand. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Startopia, right? Starbase Startopia. No. This winner is, some of you may be like, oh yeah, I forgot that came out this year. You might. Evil Genius 2. I was disappointed. What can I say? I was disappointed. See, you some of you were so disappointed you just forgot about the game. Now that's a truly disappointing game. That was a big promoted, hyped up game, and some of you just completely forgot about it. Definitely agree. Yeah. Evil Genius 2 was it's just sad. It was rough. They had some decent stuff in there, but it was a retread in other areas, and then some stuff wasn't working all that great, and yeah. It was just a bummer. Played 15 hours on release. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. We streamed it for 16 hours, haven't looked at it since. I want to forget I bought this game. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Evil Genius 2 developers. My bad. No, you're bad. Or whoever decided to do certain things is bad. Category 33. Boom. Next category. We're moving on. We're getting down to, yeah. Now, after we finish the categories, there's still top 10 DLCs and top 10 games of the year. Which, you know, some of you are probably going to give me weird looks for. But whatever. The game most like Banished. There has never been a year in which this was so easy to pick. There has never been a year in which there was a hands down winner. Endzone won last year. Yeah, Endzone won last year. Now you may say to yourself, Cringer, was the most like Banished winner, was it Settlement Survival? And I would say no. That was second place. Settlement Survival was the runner up. The others know who the clear winner is. Without a doubt. Tried to copy the game. Patron. is without a doubt the most like banished game of the year. That was pretty disappointing too. Yeah, it was. It was just disappointing how much like banished it was. Oh, come on, at least change a few things, man. Patron was you know, at least it goes down in history one way or another. All right. This next category, this was a hard category because I really didn't go out on the limb and try many new ones this year. Mod of the year is, of course, I mean, without a doubt, mod of the year is a Psych and Everly and Shoddy and Mirjin. You know, they're the mods of the year. But this is game mod of the year. I didn't go out on a limb too much and try that many new mods. And I didn't want to pick an old mod that we'd been using for years. But the runner-up, and that explains the runner-up more than the winner, though. I think the winner was hands down the winner for me this year, as far as a new mod that I tried. The runner-up for me was Crusader Kings 3, the Rename Characters and Dynasties mod. Of new mods that I used, and I used often, I probably used that more than other mods. Yeah. You got young mods? Yeah. That was such a tiny quality of life mod. Yes. Yeah, it wasn't a huge thing, but I really liked it. Really liked it. It was a good mod. Yeah, rename characters and dynasties. It just lets you rename anything. Anybody, pretty much. But the winner is hands down. Oh yeah, the winner. Chicken freaking dinner chat. Fire Fantasy 21 mod for Motorsport Manager. Yeah. I mean, it was an overhaul mod. We did it. It was a small part. Well, not a small. It was part of the reason we ended up doing a big ol' long Motorsport Manager stream time. We did like, I don't know how many days. We did basically a whole week. It was a great mod. Now, you can argue, well, the other mod's better because there's another mod that does similar things, but I never tried that one. Fire Fantasy, I tried. It's an awesome overhaul mod that keeps an old game going. Is there a game with the best beard category? You know, Incognito, how have we not had that suggested all these years? I'll have to write that down and we'll get it in next year. There is not a category for that. We'll have to get it in next year. I like that one. If it's been suggested, maybe I didn't like it when it was suggested. I don't know. The Holy Rollers shall roll again. Yeah, no, it is a good suggestion. Yeah, I like that one. How that is for a group of people who always want to suggest beard related stuff. I don't know how that one's never been suggested. That's crazy. All right, mod of the year. What's next? The next category shall be best game not streamed. So a game that I played but I never streamed, which surprisingly limited this year. No, I streamed some High Fleet, so boom. So that was part of my problem, is some of the games that I ended up playing more off stream, I still streamed them. There's several games where I didn't stream very much, but I played off stream. Let me see. Let me give you examples here. Dice Legacy. I only streamed Dice Legacy 5 hours, but I played more off stream. At least a little bit more. What else is there here? I think I gotta go lower. No, that was indie day. I only did an hour. Oh, so like this game, we did that sponsored segment. This game, if I hadn't done the sponsored segment for 2 hours, I totally would have gone nuts on it. All right, this probably would have been hands down the winner. Century Age of Ashes. We did a 2-hour sponsored stream for that. That's the flying a dragon game that just came out. I love that game. I've played a bunch of that game off stream so far. Yeah, Century Age of Ashes. It's a free-to-play game. You're flying on a dragon. It's freaking awesome, man. Yeah. Epic Chef might have been on there too, because we only did the few hours. Yeah, I think those are the main ones I was thinking of. But Century Age of Ashes, man, that would have been hands down winner. So the runner up for best game that I didn't stream, but still played, the runner up is, yes, Battlefield 2042, because I like the game, man. I like it more than the last Battlefield. No, I didn't play Hades. That's the runner up. The winner, because I'm a sicko, the winner is right here. F1 2021. Yeah, we never streamed it, but I've played it off stream, and I've played it a good chance, or a good amount. Yeah. F1 2021. My only problem with this game is it's such a time investment. Going through practice session, then practice session, then practice, and I have to go through the practice sessions. I have to spend extra time and restart the practice sessions. I have to, because otherwise I'm smacking in the walls or flying off the track on every turn. I have to learn the track. I have no choice. I have to spend as much time as I can before I get to qualifying and a race, or there's no point. Oh yeah, that's one reason I won't stream at R Squared. It'll just be me doing the same thing over and over. There's a game we'll mention coming up soon. That is kind of a similar category, although completely different game. So yeah, F1 2021. I love the game. It's the best thing I played off stream that I didn't stream this year. Yeah. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We got 4 categories left, then we get the top 10 DLCs and games. Overlooked Game of the Year. This here category, now last year's winners were Amazing Cultivation Simulator, and the runner-up was Shadow Empire. This here category is kind of a game, there's not a strict definition. No, it's not what it's not what I didn't play. This is a game I feel like it should have gotten more attention. Maybe not only from non-streamers, but maybe even other streamers. I feel like it kind of flew under the radar of a lot of people. It doesn't mean it's not known, and it doesn't mean a lot of you aren't gonna know what the game is. No, because I haven't streamed Necesse Azalea, so I can't say Necesse because I haven't even streamed it, and that's early access anyways. The runner-up for this game, and this kind of ends up being a little weird later on, but I have my weird reasons. The runner-up for this game is Rogue State Revolution. I did not play Psychonauts 2, and I'm pretty sure people know about Psychonauts 2. Rogue State Revolution is my runner-up. The winner for this game, or this category, somebody called it in chat because you try to spoil everything for everybody, is High Fleet. Yeah. Yeah. I think Hive Fleet, yeah. I just think it's overlooked. I think it's overlooked by everybody a little bit. I'm surprised there isn't certain streamers that are dedicated to doing runs in that game just because of the insane level of challenge and the fact that it is a good game.
Cringer.
Biggs, 17 months, Biggs. Thank you for the resub. Welcome back. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. Hive Fleet is, yeah. I think it's overlooked. I think it's a fantastic game. I love it. Now there's issues with it for me, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, no, I think it's a highly overlooked game. Definitely. Category 37. Boom, you're next. Triple A game of the year, chat. Oh, I almost eliminated this category this year, but yeah. Triple A game category, Triple A game of the year. We didn't play a ton of Triple A's this year. We didn't play a ton. So the runner-up is Guardians of the Galaxy. Part of the reason that's runner-up is I just haven't played as much as I would like to put it ahead of the other one. So the winner for AAA Game of the Year is Humankind. Yeah. No, Paradox is not AAA, and Paradox didn't put out a brand new game this year either. So, Humankind. Obviously we played this game a lot, and it is without a doubt AAA, and it's the best AAA I played all year. It's a great game. It's fantastic. Gee, is the game that is put out by Sega AAA? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, it's AAA. Is the game that was promoting itself and setting up promotions 2 years before it even came out, is that a AAA game? Yeah, I think that's a AAA game. Thought that was Total War only? No. Yes, I understand their studio is a specific studio and they may not have 50 million developers working at that studio, but it's got AAA support like mad. It's a AAA. Yeah, it's got AAA funding and marketing. Again, TwitchCon over 2 years ago, I met with somebody about that game. They were showing that I met with somebody and they showed me that game 2 years ago. And they were doing that to a lot of people. That was 2 years ago. The game came out this year. A year and a half before the game, over a year and a half, almost 2 years before the game came out, they were showing that game off to streamers and stuff like that. Yeah, they have massive Gamescom presence. The marketing for this game was nuts. Yeah, no, it's full on AAA, man, without a doubt. All right, so that's the last like a full award category. These next two, these have been in here the last couple years because people wanted these games. People wanted these, and so I put them in. These are a giant pain in the butt for me, especially this year. More than probably any other year, I think. Most anticipated game of 2022. Chat, did you know that this is impossible? This is impossible. By the way, Humankind won this last year. Humankind was the winner. This is impossible this year. There are so many freaking games coming out this year. It's impossible. I could pick one of like 20 games and I wouldn't argue with myself. All right. So now here's the criteria. There has to be a release set for this game. if there's not a release set for this game, Victoria 3, it's not eligible. It's just not eligible. All right. Victoria 3 probably would have won this if there was it's coming out this, it's definitely coming out Q2 or Q3 or something like that. Cyber Knight, I don't believe Cyber Knight's coming out this year. I want to say, even though Steam says and Q4 2022, I want to say that they still say it might be early 2023. Again, if there's not a somewhat locked in date for this game, so pretty much it means it has to be an early in the year kind of game. Now, some of these don't have exact, or like, I don't know if these have exact dates, both of the ones that I have here, but they're pretty much locked in for an early release. And if they get delayed, they're still coming out this year. All right, so my runner up, which probably should have been number one, but I'll explain number one some to you, okay? My number two runner up, and again, there's so many games that are in development that probably will come out this year that I might put ahead of these games, but they're not locked in. Most anticipated game 2022. Runner up, Marvel's Midnight Suns. I do really want to play that game. I do. I look forward to that game. That's my runner up though. So just wait for number one. You guys are gonna just be like, okay, nothing else you say is freaking valid, Cringer. Ready for my most anticipated game of of 2022. Now, here's part of the reason. I will stream this game, but I guarantee I play this game off stream a crap ton. I guarantee it. And that's part of why. How much I'll stream it, I have no idea. A couple days, multiple days, I don't know, 1 day, 5 days, I have no idea. All I know is that I'll play the living crap out of this game off stream. What number am I looking for? That one. Ready? Blood Bowl 3! I'm excited for Blood Bowl 3. Yes. Indeed. And that's kind of what put me over the edge on it is I'll stream it and I'll definitely play the living crap out of it off stream. I'm excited unless they blow it, unless it's like a buggy mess or something like that. Stream killer of the year, potentially Plujo, potentially. it could end up being my stream killer of 2022. What is that? You don't know what Blood Bowl is? Blood Bowl is like Warhammer football. American football. It's like Warhammer American football, but it's turn-based. So it's like a turn-based tactical strategy game. It's a better version of Madden. Yeah, Blood Bowl. If you haven't heard of Blood Bowl 2 is fun. Yeah. Blood Bowl 2 players don't like it very much. No ETA for Blood Bowl 3. It's supposed to come out early this year. Blood Bowl 3. Initial release date. Yeah, what I was looking at had it on okay, well it was planned for February, but now they pushed it back. But that kind of falls into why I went with games that come out that are scheduled to be early. So what I was looking at was the February release. But that's why I kind of went with, because I don't even think Midnight Suns I don't think that has an exact day either. But at least if they were targeting early on and they push it back, it's still coming out this year. Like it is like Mutant Football League, yes. Similar. But yeah. Okay. Last one. Most anticipated DLC of 2022. You know. Runner up is the Anno 1800 DLCs. Anno 1800 DLCs. I'm excited for New World stuff. So I am legit excited. There's not a lot of DLCs that are locked in because they don't always announce DLCs well ahead of time. At least I know the Anno 1800 DLCs are locked in, and I am excited about it. Exactly. There could be a random Rimworld DLC in the middle of the year again. I mean, we've had Rimworld DLCs the last 2 years. I mean, that could be one. Surviving Mars above and nearby. Yeah, Blood Bowl 3 had already been pushed from 2021. The winner is I don't know. The only reason this makes the list as my most anticipated DLC of 2022, the only reason it makes it is because they currently actually have a date set for its release. So even if it's delayed again, I'm confident it might come out by the end of 2022. Okay? I'm confident it'll be out by the end of 2022. For those who don't know, last year's winner for my most anticipated DLC, number 2, the runner-up, was Crusader Kings 3, the first big DLC, and I said at the time, the only reason that's not number 1 is because they haven't announced anything yet. I'm sure glad I didn't name that the winner. So that is our final category. We are done with that part. I am going to do something real quick here. We're on 8, so I got to go to 9. All right. So real quick, like chat, just because I need a minute here. We're gonna do this for you. Okay. Just hold tight. Enjoy a fine advertisement, and we'll go on to the top DLCs of the year next. Whoops, wrong button. Son of a biscuit. Wrong button.
Oh, well, hey, hello there. How you doing? Well, I got you here for a minute. Let me ask you a question. You ever had a long day out at the county fair cleaning out the porta potties until they catch you and they tell you to get out of there because you're not supposed to? And, you didn't find anything good, so, you head on home and your beard's just all disheveled, right? Not smelling so good anymore. So what do you want to do? What are you going to do about it? You don't want to offend the little lady when you walk in the front door now, do you? No, sorry, Bob Rooney, you do not. Well, let me tell you what you do. I'll tell you right now, you get yourself a can of that Texas Beardsman Beard Balm. Oh, it's glorious. You just crack open one of them, you put a little bit on your thumb, and you just spread it between them fingers. Or those hands, and you just get in there, and then you just go, oh, it's glory. You just spread that stuff in there real quick like, right? And then, boom, look at that. Nice, shiny, smooth, silky, clean beard. Doesn't smell like poo or nothing. And the little lady's gonna thank you, and you don't even need to shower for another week or two now. All right, so you do what old Billy Bob here tells you, and you go get yourself some Texas Beardsman Beard Balm.
I know, I'm muted. I remembered. I was just bitching about the camera. All I was doing was bitching about the camera and how every single scene, and I know the scenes are pretty much the same, but I have to separate them and then everything gets messed up. All right, thank you for watching that advertisement. I appreciate you hanging through on that. Top 10 DLCs of the year is what's next. And I forgot to do an animation for that. My bad. Blue Lightning, what's going on, man? Yeah. He didn't say Billy Bob, did he? Did I say Billy Bob or Joe Bob? I don't remember. Top 10 DLCs of the year. So obviously number 1 would be my DLC of the year. Yes, it would. So we'll go backwards and we'll start with number 10. And then by the time we get to number 1, you all know what it is. And there's no suspense. Maybe we should do 10 through 4 and then I'll say what number 1 is. And then I can tell you 2 and 3. Maybe. I don't know. I considered that last year, but yeah. There wasn't 10 Stellaris DLCs. You zip it. That's complicated. Yeah, we'll just go reverse order. Yeah. DLC 10 winner. All right, so my 10th, number 10 in the top 10 DLCs of 2021 is Stellaris Aquatics. Honestly, I will stipulate this. Not a ton of DLCs to pick from that we hit up. Not a ton. What if you order them alphabetically? So, Stellaris Aquatics, so I did enjoy it. I liked it a lot. It was more than just, it was a fun little DLC. It's a smaller one, and that's part of the reason why it's down at the bottom. But I did like the addition of it. More ships and stuffs. Yeah, new mechanic for them and all that stuff. So it was good stuff. New origins. I like the origins a lot. I did. Number 9 DLC of the year. I like the World Destroyer thing. Yeah, no, that was all good. Italy doesn't know its food from its ass. Doesn't know its foot. No, I liked it better before, Psych. It doesn't know its food from its ass. I think food from its ass is better than foot from its ass. Yeah. No, I'm basing things on the DLCs and not what didn't get addressed, though. Number 9 DLC, going back to the beginning of the year when we were desperate for anything, and that's all we got for the whole freaking year, which is totally not why it's down at number 9. It's down at number 9 because, again, it was just a small one. And that is Northern Lords Flavor Pack. I did enjoy it. It was good. And unfortunately, it was all we got for a whole freaking year. I mean, it was nice content added to the game. That's what it comes down to. Number 8, you people are gonna be like, that came out this year. I thought that was 3 years ago, because I kind of did the same thing. I'm like, wait a minute, that came out this year? I thought that was 2020. I was convinced it was like early 2022. Where am I? We're going to 8. 8, yes, 8. Boom! DLC number 8 of the year is, we'll just get right to it because I already talked about it. Total War 3 Kingdoms. Fates Divided. That did come out in 2021. It came out in February, I think. That one, yeah. That one kind of surprised me. Let me pour some water before we continue. There's not much to say. It was a solid DLC. I enjoyed it. It was a nice way to close off that game. Stream killer material. I mean, you know, it wasn't my most popular streams, no, but it wasn't a stream killer. We already went through stream killer. Where are we at? I need to go down here so I can see where I'm going. Yeah. DLC number 7. Oh, what do I have to say about this game? Oh, yeah. I was actually really torn on this one, especially because I ended up, I don't know. Because the way things ended up falling, but I don't know. It was a tough one. I wasn't sure where to place this one. It ended up here. I did overall enjoy the DLC. I think one of my knocks on this was it made things way too easy for Art Card. And that's Anno 1800 Doglands. Yeah. My big knock is that Art Card abused the living crap out of it. And he made everything about the dogs. But the dogs are awesome. Indeed. Build the watches. No, just buy them. Number 6. All the watches. Number 6, boys and girls. Number 6. Number 6, some people could argue because it was.
Wait a minute, what? Whoa!
You missed a lot of them.
Oh noes. It's the Cringes. I missed some.
You missed most of it. Red, thank you for the resub, 61 months. Welcome back, buddy. Thank you. Wait, what is so loud that you can't hear me talk? Nothing, you're good? Oh, okay. Don't worry, G-Man. Don't worry. It's coming, don't worry. Let's see. What am I on? DLC of the year 6. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. Okay, so what was this? Yeah. Look, overall, it's what I always wanted. I enjoyed the living crap out of it. Yes, it had major problems, but overall, I liked it. Elite Dangerous Odyssey. That was the thing. Elite Dangerous Odyssey. I obviously got here for the best bit. DLCs. It's what I always wanted from that game. Walking around. It had a rough start. And it's a rough continuation for him in a way. But so they're working it out. DLC of the year number 5. This is where we get to a WTF moment for a lot of you, but it is why the main game has appeared elsewhere in these awards. Because I played this one more than any of the other ones. I didn't finish it on stream, but I came close and I ended up finishing it off of stream. This was probably my favorite DLC for this game. Actually, no, not probably. It definitely is my favorite DLC for this game. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Siege of Paris. It was a fun DLC. I had a blast the whole time playing it. Yuppers. It was a good DLC. The whole Siege of Paris thing alone. The actual, not just the title, but the whole Siege of Paris in the attack on Paris and going in. It was fun. It was a blast. I haven't looked at what the next one is. I mean, I've heard people complain about it, but what are you going to do? I haven't looked at it. I think it kind of goes into more fantasy stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, Dawn of Ragnarok. DLC number 4 is going to be a return to another game that I already had on here. And it was cool because you could make tall buildings. Okay? Boom. High Life for Anno 1800. Yeah, this one was a little weird. I went back and forth on whether this, do I put this ahead of Docklands ahead of this? And then I ended up putting 2 games between them, and I'm like, no, I think overall, because overall, I liked the whole, I liked the skyscraper thing. It was just cool doing big, giant, tall buildings and having different size buildings, and it was a lot of work. It was an awesome DLC. It was spectacular. Yeah. Now we get to the nitty gritty. Okay. Number 3. We get to the podium places. All right. Number 3 DLC of the year. All right. Now G-Man gets what he wants. Oh, come on. Stop that. Yes. G-Man will get what he wants now. Wait, where's my thing? Because now we're in the top 3. And I wasn't going to do this the whole stream. I figured it would get annoying if I did it too much. So I had to pick. We're doing it for the top 3s. Number 3 DLC of the year, ladies and gentlemen, is... Yay! My favorite game. Hearts of Iron 4, No Step Back. No Step Back. Why is this number 3? Look, it brought things that I wanted. So this was the weird part. When it comes to Paradox games or even Anno 1800 or stuff like that, for this I kind of take the free update and the DLC together. And then the free update is eliminated from my free update category because basically that's coming out as here's some freebies while we try to sell you something. I like that system, but for awards reasons, that's kind of what I do. But so with this DLC came the whole massive changes to the game as well, right? The width and all that stuff, breaking the 2040 thing, and the supply system that I still don't understand really, but it's cool to try to understand, and the choo-choos on the map, and the rework of Russia was spectacular. There's so many ways to go. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, no, I digged it. I was digging it a lot. And I probably would have played more if it wouldn't have been me being slightly... I would have streamed more because I did play some off. I did play a good amount off stream when I could. I would have streamed more if I... Look, when I streamed it, and I think this might have been part of why my numbers were hurting for this game, I was doing the same thing over and over, and I couldn't stop doing the same type of run over and over, because I had to beat that stupid run because something kept happening to screw it up. And so I kept doing the same path of the branch thing. And I would have done more, but all I wanted to do was that one branch until I beat that one branch in one way or another. So, yeah. But yeah, no, there was a little bit of addiction with that DLC. There was, without doubt. The update to the tree was brilliant. It was a great update to the tree. There's so much stuff there. It was good. Now we move on to Number Dos. The number 2 DLC of the year is, without a doubt, gonna push the button now. I'm gonna push the button. Don't do it? Oh, okay. Don't do it. Don't do it. The winner is... Yay! Yay, my favorite game. Go That one right there. What's going on, Marshawn? What's happening, buddy? Yeah. No. Love this DLC. It's freaking great. Freaking great. I mean, that's just all I can say. Be the bad guy. That was fun as can be. that whole system they put in there. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Pretty good DLC. It definitely made me want to play the game a bunch. Not much more to say about that, because now, have we done game? No, the top 10 games is coming up next, Marshawn. You ain't gonna like it. You zip it. Nobody's gonna like my top 10 games. My top 10 games are weird. This was easier than top 10 games. DLC of the year, chat. DLC of the year. I guess none of you are really gonna guess this. I haven't seen any guesses since the beginning of the top 10, so I guess nobody guessed it. Let's just do it and get it over with. Yay! Yay, my favorite game. All right. Rimworld. There's a reason why Rimworld ended up being played more than any other game on this channel by almost 200 hours. So, it was that good of a DLC. It blew away it's better than Royalty. Yeah, it's definitely better than Royalty. It brings a crap ton to the game. It's just that good. It's just that good. So, GG to Tynan. So I bought it and never played it yet. No? Yeah, easily better than Royalty. Yeah. It's an awesome DLC. It's spectacular. Somebody mentioned something earlier, and I'll bring that up. No, there are no SnowRunner DLCs on this list. It wasn't forgotten about. As much as I love the SnowRunner DLCs, I don't necessarily think the DLCs they give you a new thing to do. They give you a new area, new map, and that's awesome. But they don't change the game. Not necessarily. Some of them do. They do bring in some mechanics. The ones this year, I just didn't felt they were game-changing enough. I'll put it that way. It's more SnowRunner, not new SnowRunner. For the most part, that's what it is, yes. More, not new. And so, while I love those DLCs, I just didn't think their impact in my... It didn't really change my feel of the game. It didn't... every time there was a DLC, it wasn't like, oh, I gotta play that! It was, yes, more SnowRunner. That's all it was. It wasn't, oh, I need this DLC. I don't care what they put in their DLCs. Honestly, just give me DLCs. It's cool, because it means more SnowRunner to play around with. I don't play Oxygen Not Included, so I don't know if they came out with a DLC or not. Oh, I have no idea. I'm not a big fan of Oxygen Not Included. Nope. All right, just because I spent the time making them, so we're gonna get at least one more playtime for it. I'm gonna make you sit through a commercial again one more time. Okay.
Oh, hey, bro. What's going on, man? Hey, I want to tell you a little story. Yeah? All right, cool. It's cool. All right, cool. All right. So, the other night, man, I was I was out riding a skateboard, right? I was just freaking hang 10, bro. Yeah, it was cool. And then I rode off a curb and and I broke the skateboard, and probably because I'm way too heavy to be riding a skateboard now, right? Oh, bummer, man. And so I had to walk like 5 miles to get home. It was it was such a downer, man. Anyways, I got home and I wanted to play video games all day. You know, it was like freaking 6 in the morning, but oh man, I wanted to play Fortnite. It was gonna be cool. I had my 12-year-old brother was like, let's go. And I'm like, yeah, little man. And so, you know what I did is I grabbed myself some Sneak, man. You ever had this stuff? Oh, it's bodacious. Yeah. It's freaking sugar-free. It's got a little caffeine. It gives you a little pick-me-up, and it helped me focus as a gamer, man. It totally did. I just took some of that powder. Don't snort the powder. That's the wrong way to go about it. Oh, no, don't do that. You take the powder. You can get one of their shakers. If you buy enough of their shakers, you could have one, like, every day for, a year, man. They sell so many different ones of these. Holy cow. Anyways, I put a shaker, shake it up. Woo, yeah, shake it up. I was getting tired shaking it, but still. And anyways, and I just drinking it, and I'm gaming with my little bro. He killed me like 90 times, but it was still fun, man. And I didn't pass out until, I don't know, like 2 matches in. But it definitely gave me energy to get in through those first couple matches. It was good stuff, bro. All right, I highly recommend it. You should try Sneak, man. Yeah, I totally dig it. Oh, well, hey, hello there. How you doing? Well, I got you here for a minute. Let me ask you a question. You ever had a long day out at the county fair cleaning out the porta potties until they catch you and they tell you to get out of there because you're not supposed to? And, you didn't find anything good, so you head on home and your beard's just all disheveled, right? Not smelling so good anymore. So what do you want to do? What are you going to do about it? You don't want to offend the little lady when you walk in the front door now, do you? No, sorry, Bob Rooney, you do not. Well, let me tell you what you do. I'll tell you right now, you get yourself a can of that Texas Beardsman Beard Balm. Oh, it's glorious. You just crack open one of them, you put a little bit on your thumb, and you just spread it between them fingers, or those hands, and you just get in there, and then you just go, oh, it's glorious. You just spread that stuff in there real quick like, right? And then, boom, look at that. Nice, shiny, smooth, silky, clean beard. Doesn't smell like poo or nothing. And the little lady's gonna thank you, and you don't even need to shower for another week or 2 now. All right, so you do what old Billy Bob here tells you, and you go get yourself some Texas Beardsman Beard Balm.
And again, I gotta fix the camera on this scene. So I wasn't, whoops. That was a mistake. Go back there.
Wait a minute. What?
I wasn't planning on doing the second one right there.
Happy holidays, everyone.
But Pretzel came over and started messing with the blue screen a crap ton. So I'm like, no, hang on, Pretzel. No, just wait. All right, there we go. All right, we're good. We're good to go. Okay. So, if ads were actually like that. By the way, somebody said,
wait a minute, what?
I think they should.
What?
Whoa! Good Lord. Hang on, because I don't know where this stuff is. Dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. That's from yesterday's stupid freaking dashboard. Good Lord. No, somebody said they should have streamers do their own ads. I've said that for a while. I mean, I legit think now, obviously there'd be, I don't know if those would actually, Sneak is a sponsor of the stream, and Texas Beardsman's not a sponsor of the stream, but, I have my little code thingy with them, and I love their product. But Obviously they may not want certain things said. Sneak may not be that happy with that commercial. After all, I said it only got me through 2 matches, but no, I think streamers should be doing commercials like that if they want to actually increase commercials on Twitch, man. You let the streamer make it. I'll play something goofy. I'll do 2 24-hour matches. Yeah. Those are the only 2 I got done. I had plans for more, but it was a time thing. I didn't get to them. I wanted to get 1 or 2 more in. Anyways, 4th annual Cringey Awards continue. This is our last part. The top 10 games of the year, finalized with the game of the year for 2021. And I just confused myself because I just noticed I never changed that 2020 to 2021 on the spreadsheet. All right, there, change is done. All right, don't you complain, chat. All right, you're gonna give your there's gonna be so many complaints about this, I think. Or just what? Or you're gonna think I'm high. This top 10 games of the year was difficult for me. Again, I've been over it. We've said it before. There wasn't a whole lot of new this year. There wasn't a whole lot of new. I mean, it was a hard year, and looking at what I streamed, again, this is based off of what I streamed or played. I think at times I did a bad job of picking what I streamed too. There's a couple games out there I probably should have played and I didn't. Would they have been on this list? Probably not. But still, I don't know. And it was just yeah. No, Project Zomboid is no. There is no broken rules for this. This is new games that came out this year. There are no early access games. Yeah, brand new games, no early access. We just did DLCs, so no DLCs. That is the thing. So no. Dyson Sphere it's an early access. Can't be on my list. All right, unlike other gaming award shows that throw in early access games or games that are like 3 years old and they give them awards. I only do that for Project Zomboid and Motorsport Management. Where you don't find Microsoft Simulator up for the same award 2 years in a row. No. Bottom 5 will be shitty in comparison. Yeah. So now for some reason this is a top 10 list, but a couple years back I couldn't pick the bottom ones and I threw on honorable mentions, and so I just keep doing honorable mentions. So really it's a top 12 kind of list. I don't know. As far as the bottom 2 are games I liked, but they just couldn't quite fit into the they couldn't quite be placed in the top 10 for reasons. One of these probably would have been in the top 10ish if I had played more of it. And that's for sure. And that's the first one. Let me go over to honorable mentions here. Boom, game of the year, honorable freaking mention. All right, here we go. The first honorable mention, and like I said, this probably would have been in the top 10 if I played more. But I just couldn't do it. Although there's some other questionable ones where I didn't play a ton of. But I played more than this, at least on stream. Boom. Epic Chef. Epic Chef definitely gets the honorable mention. Yes, it does. It does. I think it was the game's nutty and just a good game, and unfortunately we didn't explore it too much ourselves personally. Yeah, no, I know, Marshawn, I've already been over that. Yeah. I went over that earlier. This is one of the games where I should have streamed more. There's a couple of those games on. This was by far the least streamed. Not by far, but it is the least streamed that will be mentioned here. But there's a couple others that I should have streamed more. One I've already mentioned. And it probably hurt their placement on this list because I personally couldn't justify them being higher even a spot or two just because I didn't play it as much as I felt I should have. I don't know. Yeah. Again, it was a hard list for me to make up. Honorable mention number 2 is Cyanide and Happiness for Apocalypse. I just love the game. Was it a top 10? I mean, it was short. It was a short game in general. And I need episode 2 and 3 and how many ever episodes they're gonna go. But it was a blast of a game to play. All right, so let's go. Boom. Now top 10. Now we do the top 10. Here's the first one. I know some people are gonna agree. It's been a highly rewarded game throughout the industry, but I'm kind of anti-industry. Yeah, game number 10. I liked certain things about it a lot. We only streamed it one day. I didn't find the heart of the actual game to be all that earth-shattering in what I played. And that's kind of why it's down on number 10. There was a really awesome part of the game that I enjoyed, and that was movie time. Age of Empires 4. I think they did an awesome job with it. The actual gameplay, I don't know, but the movies were awesome. The movies were awesome. What are you? Here we go. Why, you want it higher? Is that it, Marshawn? Especially now when the meta set in. Yeah. So I could see people putting it high. I understand, it's won a couple awards. I get it. There's been websites it's their game of the year. If this is 10, here we go. All I'm gonna say. Well, number 9 is some of you may not even remember this game coming out this year. How's that one, Marshawn? How's that for you? Number 9, some people may not even remember it releasing this year. I don't think we've mentioned it at all today. But it was, I streamed it multiple times. I think what it was going for, it did it very well, and it was quite enjoyable, and it had a little bit of that nostalgia feel to it. I admit that was part of it. Number 9 is Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah. There was a little bit of addiction with that one too. It was a well done game. It was a well done game. Of a time when there's a whole bunch of games out there trying to do the little retro-y, ancient era city builders. That one came out, and it came out well. It came out in good shape. It was good to play. It was fun. They had some nice quality of life stuff and all that. Yeah, no, I figured some people would forget about it. Yeah. Pharaoh getting a graphics update. In a way. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue that too much. Like I said, my list, you zip it. Number 8. I debated this one quite a bit. I did. Number 8, man, I couldn't figure out where to put this game. I know it's a good game. I've played it. I didn't stream it enough. And so I had and I just didn't check it, which meant I didn't check out this version of the game, the release version of the game, enough to justify putting it up higher. And that's Old World. Old World is number 8 game of the year. It's a good game, and they do some cool things in it. I will say, maybe the one other thing that knocks it down as far as the gameplay itself, the one negative I can think of is there is that it feels a little small, even though it's not a small game and you can adjust things and all that. It's it's that personal thing of I want the biggest game world possible. That game world feels a little small to me at times, but yeah. Pharaoh was maybe the first game I went ham on, was it? Number 7 Good old number 7. Man, I moved this game around some too. These all ones in the center, I moved around a bunch. I did. I kept going back to these ones. And I kept trying to just figure out where. I'm almost thinking maybe I should have this one higher just because. Yeah. My number 7 game of the year. Look, chat. I said it earlier when I talked about this game. It gave me everything that I wanted out of this game. And I have no shame that I actually really enjoy the game. Riders Republic. Looking back at new games, I had a crap ton of fun playing this game. No, this game was never sponsored. This was not a sponsored stream. I played this game because I wanted to play this game. And I was that's why this game's already won an award today. It was the best lived up to its hype, as in my hype. I was super hyped for this game, and I got everything I wanted out of it. It was fun. Only number 7? Well, yeah, it's not perfect. It doesn't compete with the top games, in my opinion. I could have made, I definitely made an argument for going as high as 5 with this. I definitely did. Yeah, this one, number 6 and number 5, way too close and kind of interchangeable for me. As far as how much I enjoyed them and stuff like that. But this one, I think, I don't know, it got knocked down. I had so much fun. I thought it was in the top 3. Well, I mean, it had its problems. There was some connection issues. There was at times. It wasn't that bad though. The flying stuff was not that great. That could have been better. I also feel like I don't know, 1 or 2 more sporting events would have been awesome. I could have gone for that. Yeah. But it was good stuff. I enjoyed the living crap out of it. That's my number 7 of the year. All right, game number 6. No. Okay, here we go. This one I debated again for lack of playing time. But and I think that's why it's number 6 and not number 5. But it's the little bit that I played, it's a brilliant game. I said it earlier. They hit a home run with this game. They nailed every bit of feel with this game that they needed to. And it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Yuppers. The Beaver game is a early access game, therefore it's not eligible for this list. Early access games are not eligible for games of the year because they're not released done games. So no, Timberborn, the Beaver game, is not on here. Only full release games. What's going on, Delubo? Did you play the other Marvel game too? What other Marvel game? Avengers? I played the beta. I never played the full release. Yeah. I played the beta, not the full release. Little Man's played the full release. He's been digging it, but I've never played the full release. I know that one was that one's one where it got better over time or something like that. Definitely a different play style on that than Guardians of the Galaxy. But, yeah. Wish I could say the same. All right, number 5, where are we at? Boom, number 5. All right, now I expect to hear some mumbles about this, but maybe kind of, sort of. Number 5, chat. I streamed it a good amount. I played it off stream a little bit. It wasn't earth-shattering as far as changes. but they added some things that I really wanted. Jurassic World Evolution 2. Again, I know I'm a little easier to please with this game. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. What? You want it higher? That could have been higher. It's down at number 5 because of its issues. As much as I love the game, I still hold it back a little bit. It still gets knocks for its sandbox mode being the way it is. The campaign could have been a little longer because I really enjoyed the campaign. I thought the campaign was great. The other game modes were cool. I liked them for the most part. It's a good game. It's a good game. That's why it had different feels than the last two, Guardians of the Galaxy and Riders Republic. But just because overall how much I enjoyed the game and liked it, and it was a solid game, and they did hit things, they got things in it that I wanted and stuff like that. That's why it ended up being number 5 over those two. So, you know, yeah. I want Expeditions and Sandbox. Yeah, Sandbox needs to be improved in my opinion. It had more Planet Zoo park building mechanics. I would have loved that. If they found a way to start merging a little bit of those games into Jurassic World, I think they're going to get even more people into it. I kind of do. But yeah, it needs to be unchanged from the progression. Indeed, it does. Okay, number 4. All right, here's where the things start happening. Number 4. All of these games from here on up, all these games have been mentioned before today. It was a full release. I was thinking it was early access. I had to double check, but it was a full release. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, it was a bit of a weird year, especially for me, I think. There were some bigger games that I avoided, or I just didn't play because I just didn't feel much interest in them. I don't know. I'll just throw it out there. We'll just throw it out there. The Rift Breaker! I mean, it was a game I got addicted to a little bit, and I didn't expect to like that game as much as I did, but it's a damn good game. It's a damn good game, man. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about it. It's a great game. They did an awesome job with it. It's almost a game where I want more of it. I hope they do some kind of DLC or something for it. That'd be kind of cool. That was Western based, was EA and came. Oh, I have no idea, Jordan McGanner. All right, chat. Top games of the year. We have reached the top 3 video games of 2021 here at the 4th annual Cringey Award Show. Coming in at number 3 is legitimately, without a doubt, having looked through all the games and compared it to them, one of my favorite games of the year. All right, and that is Yay, my favorite game. Why is this number 3? This is number 3 because, one, originality. There's not much like it out there. The story part of it was awesome. The graphics were awesome. The gameplay is just great. Why is it only number 3 and not higher, you ask? There's one very simple answer. This game could have been higher. I hold this game in high regard, in high enough regard. This game could have easily been higher. What held this game back? Too freaking hard, man. God damn it! Why do I keep dying? Why? Stop killing me! Why are you so hard? Why? It's too hard. I need easy mode. This game is hard. Just stupid ships always trying to kill you. And they do. Just build a better craft. Yeah. That's a big reason why I did not stream this game more. I would have streamed this game more, except for I didn't want just me be blowing up all the time. I didn't want to be blowing up on stream all the time. Cause that's what the stream that I did of this game, I was just blowing up all the time. And that's why this was the overlooked game too. It's one of the reasons why. I feel like this game is a challenge game for people. There's people out there who don't know about this game, and if you want a hard game that's just gonna be a challenge and it has a certain kind of feel to it, it's just, I mean, this is the game. This game's freaking hard. It's freaking hard, but it's so awesome. It has a little bit, there's a little bit of FTL-ish feel to it as far as the flow of the game. And the fighting is enjoyable. It's just freaking hard. I don't know if there was an easier setting. I never looked. I'm pretty sure I was playing on a normal setting. I would get, so even off stream, I would get a certain way into the game and I would just end up blowing up right there. You couldn't, and then I would try to speed run past the beginning part and then I'd get blowed up. Yeah, no, it's a great game. I think it's a great game. It's good stuff. Hey, could have been higher if I didn't suck at it. Could have been higher if I didn't suck. All right, that moves us on to number 2. Here we get a big giant WTF from the crowd. I know it's gonna happen with this one. It's totally happening with this one. But in the end, this game had high enjoyability for me. High enjoyability. It was original. It comes down to those two. The overall game had there wasn't much else out there like it. There probably won't be. It is definitely a more niche game. It had a sense of humor. It had some decent production value to it. They threw in some videos and all that stuff. And the winner is this is number 2 game of the year for me. Yeah, it is. Yay! Yay, my favorite game. Go game. Yep. It was a cool game. It was interesting. Never heard of it. We streamed it multiple times. It was you're running, so for those who don't know the game, you're running a small country with some small country neighbors, and you have all these different parts. You have the country's divided up into different regions. You have to keep people happy. You have all these different cultures and religions and economic classes and job kind of classes. Yes, that's the Basenji game. Yes, it's in Basenji. Basenji is your country. Yeah. There's interactions with the US and with Russia. You can actually pick a side. You're setting laws for your country. You're doing weird things like, I mean, there's extremism stuff as far as you can go full hippie if you want. You can go full dictator and people are disappearing and you got secret police and obviously there's things in between and no, it was just a good time. It's a fun game. I liked it and it was original. I think this ended up being so high on my list because it was well done. It was definitely a well done game with a lot of original or with a good chunk of originality to how it was done and put together. And no, it's not like Tropico at all. Yeah. I still have the Basenji national anthem stuck in my head. Yeah, no, and the humor in the game was great. It was a parody type thing in many areas. Is that the chicken head in the picture? Yes, you can have neighbors that are chickens. That can be one of your neighboring nations. There was war. There was battle in it a little bit, and yeah, I don't know. It was a good time, man. I liked it. It was a good game. They did well with it. In-depth city state. There is some in-depth, and then they throw in some wackiness, and again, not perfect. They ended up having to do some quality of life updates, but I think we checked it out before it even released, and then it released, and they'd improved it even more by then, and yeah, it was a good time game. I enjoyed it. Number one's gonna be no. I can't. I would think people would have already guessed number one. I would think people have already guessed number one. I don't know how you couldn't. I don't know. I don't know how you couldn't guess number one. Let's go over to number one. Game of the freaking year. Rimworld was not a new game this year. Front Office Football 8 was not a new game this year. Really? I mean, so we're doing joke guesses or what? No, I did not name Battlefield 2042 as Game of the Year. No, Rimworld DLC won the DLC one. This is for games. But seeing the list so far. Dwarf Fortress was not a new game. No, Valheim was an early access game that I didn't even bother playing. Yeah. All right. Game of the year for the year 2021. This was actually, the rest of the list was hard. I think this was locked in for me from the beginning. There wasn't much doubt. I think it was probably helped a little bit by it being a weak gaming year, but it probably still would have been pretty high up on a normal gaming year anyways, if not number one. Yeah. It's just a high quality game all around. It brought some freshness to a genre. It was a good time to play until it stopped working for me, and but that wasn't their fault. That wasn't a part of the problem of the game. We got a whole bunch of playtime with it. The number one game of the year is I don't see that not being the best game of the year. I just don't. I can't, especially of the things I've played. That's hands down. That was the game of the year. We had more time in that than pretty much any other game on the list there. It was just fun to play. Never broke mixed reviews. We out of here. Never broke mixed reviews. Yes, base your game of the year on Steam reviews. Bunch of salty little bastards. The game won't work for me. You gotta turn your computer on, sir. Best sponsor game of the... Wait, you want me to say what the best sponsored game of the year was? Or you're telling me this was the best sponsored game of the year? We did have a sponsored segment for it, yes. But we played it a hell of a lot more than we were sponsored for. Look, if I have to start ruling out sponsored games, that just gets rid of half of that list we just did. I can't do that. I'm sorry. It was a good year for sponsorships, okay? Oh, you're asking what my best sponsored game was? I mean, this won my game of the year, so I guess this. DLC list was 10-10. Marshawn's not happy with this. Humankind it's a damn good game. That's just it. And I think in this year, yeah. I couldn't make a case of putting anything else ahead of it that I played. What was the worst game of the year? Well, see, now you're having me rehash things that we did. The most disappointing game of the year award went to Well, DLC went to Surviving Mars, Below and Beyond, and then most disappointing game of the year went to Evil Genius 2. Yeah, Evil Genius 2 was the most disappointing of the year. Because it was a flop. Yeah. Thank you, Dragoon Lord. Oh, well, if you were here for the beginning part of the stream, when I did state of the stream, if it wasn't for the sponsored stuff, I'd probably be updating my resume right about now. So the sponsored stuff is huge right now, and we'll keep riding that as long as I'm interested in the games, man. I'll keep doing that stuff. No, it's not that bad, but the sponsor stuff is big right now. It is. That's our game of the freaking year, baby. Humankind. That's it. I will take follow-up questions if you wish. We can chit chat about this whole